mood surrounding the All Blacks has changed dramatically over the past few weeks, and after 3 consecutive victories in the Nations Championship, optimism has returned to New Zealand rugby in a way that supporters have not experienced for quite some time. Following a difficult period that ended with the departure of former head coach Scott Robertson, many wondered whether the national team would require years to rebuild both its confidence and identity. Instead, under the guidance of new head coach Dave Rennie, the transformation has happened far quicker than anyone expected. Consecutive victories over France, Italy, and Ireland have not only restored belief inside the squad but have also convinced former players, coaches, and rugby analysts that the All Blacks are beginning to rediscover the qualities that once made them the most feared team in world rugby. Among those most impressed has been legendary former All Blacks head coach Sir Steve Hansen, a man whose opinion carries enormous weight after leading New Zealand through one of the most successful eras in rugby history. Hansen believes the most encouraging aspect of this new-look All Black side is not simply the fact that they are winning matches again, but the manner in which they are playing and the clear direction they appear to have found under Dave Rennie. Speaking after New Zealand's outstanding 40-21 victory over Ireland at Eden Park, Hansen praised the team's clarity, confidence, and commitment to a style of rugby that reflects the nation's traditional strengths. According to the former World Cup winning coach, every player now appears to understand exactly what is expected of them whenever they step onto the field. That level of understanding was clearly visible throughout the victory over Ireland, where New Zealand combined physical dominance with attacking ambition to produce arguably their finest performance since the coaching change. Hansen explained that the team's start against Ireland immediately caught his attention because of the purpose and intensity with which they attacked the contest. Rather than cautiously working their way into the match, the All Blacks imposed themselves from the opening whistle, winning collisions, controlling possession, and executing their skills with impressive accuracy. For a side that had previously been criticized for lacking fluency and confidence, the performance represented a major step forward. Hansen admitted that watching the All Blacks play with such freedom was exciting because it reminded him of the rugby philosophy that had brought New Zealand so much success over the years. During the latter stages of Scott Robertson's tenure, critics frequently argued that the All Blacks had become too conservative in both their selection policy and tactical approach. Instead of embracing their traditional attacking instincts, many believed the team had become overly structured and predictable, allowing opponents to prepare more effectively against them. Whether those criticisms were entirely fair remains open to debate, but what cannot be denied is that under Dave Rennie, New Zealand appear far more willing to attack space, keep the ball alive, and trust the skill levels of their players. Hansen believes that return to instinctive attacking rugby has been one of the biggest reasons behind the team's impressive start to the championship. He described the squad as looking tight, united, and full of confidence, qualities that he suggested had been missing over the previous couple of seasons. Team unity has always been one of the defining characteristics of great All Black sides, and Hansen knows better than almost anyone that talent alone is never enough to consistently dominate international rugby. The strongest New Zealand teams have always combined exceptional skill with complete trust between players, coaches, and management, creating an environment where everyone works towards the same objective. According to Hansen, that sense of togetherness is beginning to return, giving supporters genuine reasons to feel excited about the future. The victory over Ireland also demonstrated how quickly Dave Rennie has managed to establish a clear identity despite inheriting a squad facing significant pressure. Replacing a high-profile coach is never straightforward, particularly in New Zealand where expectations remain incredibly high regardless of circumstances. Yet rather than attempting to completely reinvent the team, Rennie appears to have focused on restoring confidence while encouraging players to express themselves within a disciplined framework. That balance between structure and creativity has become increasingly obvious with every passing match. Against France, the All Blacks showed resilience by edging a tightly contested encounter. They then comfortably dispatched Italy, allowing combinations to develop further while maintaining momentum. However, it was against Ireland that everything appeared to come together. The speed of ball movement, the aggression at the breakdown, the defensive organization, and the clinical finishing all reflected a team beginning to understand exactly how it wants to play. One player who has attracted enormous attention throughout this process has been exciting young fly half Ruben Love, whose performances continue to strengthen the belief that New Zealand may finally have found the long-term answer in the crucial number 10 jersey. For years, the debate surrounding the All Blacks fly-half position dominated discussions among supporters and pundits alike, with numerous candidates given opportunities but none managing to completely convince everyone. Under Dave Rennie, however, Love has displayed maturity well beyond his years, controlling matches with composure while also providing the attacking spark expected from a New Zealand playmaker. His intelligent decision-making has allowed the team's dangerous outside backs to receive quality possession, while his kicking game has steadily improved with each appearance. Hansen also highlighted another important area where the All Blacks have evolved under Rennie, explaining that New Zealand's improved running game has actually made their kicking strategy even more effective. Rather than kicking because they have run out of attacking options, the All Blacks now appear to be using the threat of their ball-in-hand attack to create space for smarter tactical kicking. Defenses are forced to remain alert for dangerous runners, making them more vulnerable whenever New Zealand choose to kick into space instead. Hansen pointed specifically to the influence of Jordie Barrett, whose ability to place perfectly weighted kicks behind advancing defensive lines has repeatedly placed opponents under enormous pressure. Instead of aimlessly kicking possession away, Barrett has consistently identified opportunities to turn defenders around and force mistakes in dangerous areas of the field. Hansen was equally impressed by the contribution of Ruben Love, particularly his ability to execute accurate 50:22 kicks that provide New Zealand with valuable attacking lineouts deep inside opposition territory. Those moments have become increasingly important because they illustrate how every element of the All Blacks game is beginning to complement one another. Their running game creates uncertainty, their kicking game exploits the resulting space, and their physical forwards ensure they can capitalize whenever